don't mind talking about some of this. It's interesting.
Yeah.
So we're starting now?
Let's start.
Yeah, let's start.
Is this some weird? Just
Fuck
start?
it. No. Look. There's a weird feeling in the space right now. So
if we had
I
a Patreon, you guys could have heard all that for money.
we should start a Patreon. You know what? Fuck it.
Where we
We'll
just
start a
shit-talk
Patreon.
people.
That wasn't shit. That's
I
not,
know, that's a joke.
That wasn't shit talking. But
just
you know what? For
joking.
the sake of putting people on this Patreon, we are going to start a
There's
Patreon.
so much shit talking.
It wasn't shit talking, but it is an inside glimpse into how. Look, I said it yesterday because I got really heated.
Yeah.
We are in show business. And a lot of people think we are in show high school. And the thing about people who have any business sense and understand like legalities and how things should be run and have had interactions with major companies and major companies with HR, you understand like how things work. And a lot of the people that are creatives that are like, especially the people that are like struggling artists that have like such an aversion to people with money who make money by their art, it's like, yeah, you just aren't willing to do the work and like in terms of understanding how to do the business side of it. I'm very grateful that I got my teeth fucking kicked in by the NFL. Yeah. And I had to learn a lot of business lessons the hard way because I was a kid when it happened to me. I was very young in my professional career, and I was still under the impression that people did the right thing. And businesses taught me otherwise. You know, businesses taught me like, hey, it doesn't matter whether it's the right thing or the wrong thing. It's like, these are the rules and how society operates. And you can try to hold people accountable and you can try to cancel people, but like, that's all based in feeling. You know what I mean? I say all of this and it sounds super vague, but basically if you want to like a specific example of this, I referred someone for a job, right?
Sure.
And when you refer someone for a job, you are essentially putting your stamp on that person.
Yeah, you're vouching for the person.
I'm vouching for that person. You know, I've vouched for, you know, comics to bookers. I've vouched for comics to other headliners. You know, I vouch for editors and all kinds of artists that I know because I want to see my friends and people that I believe in thrive. And a lot of the people that I know don't necessarily have my business sense, so I try to impart that on them. But there are just certain ways you have to conduct yourself business-wise, even as an artist, that like, it's not based in feeling. It's just based in fucking business and decency.
There's a lot of that. I mean, a lot of that comes with age and experience. Like you,
it does. And I
mean,
have to.
if you're dealing with a lot of younger people that are new into the business, they don't know what it's like and what the things you have to deal with and the way you have to behave and the way you have to regiment your life in certain ways. Because it is a business, not, oh, this is just fun. This is my art. Well, if you want to make money from your art, you have to treat it a certain way.
Yeah, but so there's some of that. But I think there's also the fact that a lot of artists are also neurodivergent people. And so with neurodivergence comes just a different viewpoint. You know what I mean? Just a different, and it depends on the type of neurodivergence that you have is going to be like the way that you trend in terms of how you solve problems in the workplace. I've talked about it on the show. I have ADHD. I have the worst of both worlds. And they are constantly at war with each other within myself. However, it's like the autism has like the structure and the very strict rule following. And the ADHD side is like the justice and like burn it all down. And it's a deadly combination if you don't know how to wield it properly. And it's like the ADHD part will make you just fucking rush into a situation. It also makes you not assess risk properly. So
well, it's a very black and white situation,
Why are you pointing
too.
at me with your hand?
'Cause-
and looking into my eyes?
I'm explaining and I'm continuing our previous conversation that we should post on Patreon. But I'm continuing that.
But it's very black and white. It's like, this is right, this is wrong. You go in there with, there's no gray area when that charges into the room, right?
No.
It's just like, this is wrong, or this is how it should be.
That's more of the autism stuff.
Okay.
The ADHD stuff is more of like the impulsive, like, fighter.
right
type stuff.
that makes you run in there with the ADHD or
Yeah,
the
it's
autism
the
and go,
party-
this is wrong.
Exactly. Yeah, they run in together holding hands. I don't even like this guy, but we're on the same side for some reason. We just have very different ideas of how to handle it.
Right.
You know? That's how my therapist is like, and I've broken it down. Is it's like they both want the same thing. They just don't agree on how to get there, but they have very similar values, these two parts of my personality. You know? But yeah, I think one of the things is that employees who are neurodivergent, they often start off as being like the star of the company. They're like the one that's like, I have all these new ideas. I have all of these like novel ways of solving problems.
Well, yeah, you're
because
coming in from a different angle.
We see shit differently.
You're thinking different than the.
And people are like, fuck yes, I love this outside of the box thinking. But then at some point, that becomes like a liability.
Well, yeah, if it doesn't work all the time, if that angle doesn't always produce.
It usually does because they have pretty good, accurate.
Yeah, but no one's 100%. No one's 10 out of 10.
No, but the good thing about that is like having enough experience and like learning how to pivot, you know?
Right.
Which I've proven I can do. I've run companies in multiple arenas since I got fired from sports. And people, like the general public has no idea about it. So that's why when people are like, get a real job, it's like, bitch, I have. I've run my own companies. So like, miss me with your get a real job stuff, you know? But the thing about neurodivergent employees is they will follow the rules that you set for them, but they want those rules to apply to everyone. And they don't want people to get a pass because, oh, they're young and inexperienced and like they just don't, you know, like they just have a difficult personality. It's like, no, fuck that. If I did that, I'd get fired.
Right.
They want things to be fair. And the fact of the matter is the world is not fair. And that's like something that...
Especially this business.
This business isn't fair at all, you know? But
not fair in any way, shape, or form.
But I strive to give that to people. Like I strive to try to make things fair.
Yeah, but you're swimming upstream on that.
Yeah, but so they say like neurodivergent employees are often like the canary in a coal mine when there's a problem. And the problem is most people will ignore the canary in the coal mine until it happens to them. Until something happens to them. That's what happened.
That's
like
society at large.
But everyone ignored the Brett Favre stuff, right?
Yeah.
Until the welfare thing. And then they're like, oh shit, this girl may have been onto something.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it just has to happen to you before you see it.
And we're seeing that in real time. Just turn the news on.
When people come to me and they say, person X is doing this to me and it's causing harm to me business-wise, I do my due diligence on it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to work with people like that. Not only do I not want to work with people like that, but I don't want the people that I work with to work with them out of protection. Right. You know, because it's often women coming to me.
But do you find yourself when you do that now people that you not deem, but you see as difficult to work with or don't want to work with because of the way they conduct themselves in business are now outnumbering? I mean, there's so many of them that now you become the one who's hard to work with. No. From their points of view and from what they're telling you, like, oh, yeah, can't work with her. She's hard to work with.
Because I have self-awareness to remain easy to work with. And people know, you know what? Jen's fucking hard-nosed and she's a good business person, but she's ethical as fuck. Mm-hmm. She is ethical. And that's where I think I am vulnerable with the people that I work with. Yeah. And I am very giving and I'm very generous. And like I genuinely emotionally care about the people that I work with. And that's the shit that bites me in the butt a lot of the time. You know?
Anytime you get emotionally invested in another person, you run the risk of being destroyed.
Because I just have to remember that a lot of people aren't doing the same level of work that I am.
Yeah, but again, is it fair to hold them up to that level of what you're doing?
No, but I can choose not to fuck with it. Yeah. You know what I mean? I can go, this person is not developed. I just
don't want to work with you because you're not keeping up with what I'm doing. So, but
when I say doing the work, I mean, are you flexible? Are you teachable? Mm-hmm. Do you have an interest to grow? Like, that's how I evaluate all my friendship. Like, my friendships, my business relationships. I'm like, are you willing to consider that you might be wrong? Because I do it all the time. Yeah. Like, and it's interesting. I don't know if your parents were like this. My parents never liked to apologize. and I don't know if it's like a boomer thing, because you were raised by boomers, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm just trying to remember like the generation.
My parents weren't against apologizing.
If they fucked up and did something to you, like, did you see them like mend things?
No, like again, I had a great family. I loved my childhood, great parents, but we were never.
You weren't emotional, feely people.
We weren't an emotional family. We weren't a huggy family. Like, and it's affecting me today. Like, I'm not a big hugger. I don't hug my son enough. I don't hug my wife enough. And it's I see it in my relationship with my wife. It's like, oh, I've learned how to have a relationship from my parents. And they're good parents. They were good parents. I don't know if it's the greatest marriage of all time, but they're good to each other, and they've been married for 56 years. So you learn a lot from that relationship, and I question myself all the time, like, am I taking those things into my relationship with my wife, and then is my son learning relationship?
But see, you have that self-awareness to be like, hey, how is my upbringing and my past and shit, like, how is that impacting my stuff?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm aware of it. I don't know if I'm taking steps to correct it.
I think it's fascinating when people are aware of it and still go running into like a fucking brick wall with it. Because that means you understand logically why you are the way you are, but you've done nothing to solve the problem. You're just like, this is how I am. Those are the type of people I don't fuck with. If you're the type of person that goes, this is who I am, deal with it. No, that's not
I'm not like that
grows,
type of person. Like, I know the situation. I know.
No shit, Eddie. I wouldn't work with you.
But I'm not that type of person. But I am aware of what needs to be worked on, but I don't necessarily always work on it. But I also don't have that ego of like, this is who I am. I don't do that. I'm just like, I don't know how to begin to change it, or if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I didn't have that open relationship. I didn't have a family that was all huggy and touchy feely and apologized and expressed feelings to one another. We just didn't. My dad worked 60 hours a week. My mom worked 40 hours a week. My brother and I dicked around, almost killed ourselves in the 80s because we're Gen X latchkey kids.
Dude,
like, that's what we did.
There were so many comments about the Roman candles thing.
Because you do hold them.
You don't
You
hold
do hold
them,
the Roman
Eddie.
candles.
You don't hold them.
You do.
But man, people were upset.
I was proven right.
The number of DMs I got that were like, no.
Roman
But I did see so many people sent me a video of this kid pretending to be Harry Potter and shouting
wand.
spells and like throwing it like as a wand. And then he does it at his dad. And his dad goes, oh, fuck, and drops the candle. Like, and drops his phone when he's recording it. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize we had this footage of Eddie as a child.
That's what you should do with Roman candles.
But anyways, I'm sorry we came in here hot. Sorry that was like all philosophical at the beginning. What we really want to talk about is Superman.
Superman.
Honestly, I've never watched a superhero movie and been like, I think this guy should get tested. He doesn't need to get tested. He's an alien. But but I was just like, oh.
Well, Superman has always been, this is right, this is wrong.
I think most superheroes
He's
have
very,
autism.
Marvel's version is Captain America. This is wrong. We can't do that. Like the hard line in the sand.
I think most superheroes have autism.
Right, probably. But Superman
Except
is
Batman. Batman has both.
Yeah. Batman has what you have.
Batman has ADHD. But it's so funny. I was not as familiar with the Superman source material.
Okay.
Like, I'm not as familiar with the comics. And I know that...
Well, James Gunn took some liberties here and there. It's not like direct... He pulls from a bunch of different source materials of Superman, because Superman has been around since the 30s, so it's a lot.
It's evolved.
Yes. It's been different iterations, different takes. Yeah.
Did you like it?
I really liked it. I've seen it twice. I liked it more the second time I saw it.
I only had 2 gripes. And listen, I know...
It's not a perfect film by any stretch.
I know people are going to, specifically comic book nerds, are going to be like, that's just how the character is in the comics. I just was like, I really struggled with the idea that Jimmy would have this hot chick after him.
Dude, that's James Gunn take on Jimmy Olsen.
Okay,
Jimmy Olsen was not a dick slinger in the comic books.
He wasn't?
No.
Oh, because people were like, yeah, Jimmy's got Riz. And I was like,
yeah, but
no.
That's why everyone's watching it. Like I was in the movie theater with some other nerds, and we were kind of laughing like, oh my God, Jimmy's fucking slinging right now. Like, that's not Jimmy Olsen. Jimmy Olsen was not.
That was,
no.
yeah.
He was not no.
But
That was a joke that James Gunn put into. I mean, there may be in the long history of Superman, there may be a couple episodes where Jimmy is killing it. I don't know, but the main Jimmy Olsen is not.
I just had
that guy.
I had a hard problem with how big of a dick Jimmy was to the girl.
Yeah,
I was like, buddy.
it was one of the parts of the movie that felt like it just seems like he's taking too much liberty with a character.
Is that what it was? Like, look at the nerd getting the girl, and he's kind of being a fuckboy about it.
Yeah, that's what
and
I'm saying. Like, it was just
no.
like it was kind of the one part of the movie. I'm like, eh.
To be fair, though, I'm like, I said it was very unbelievable, and then I look back through my dating history, and I'm like, no, I've dated some nerds with Riz
there you
that
go.
were like complete assholes.
There you go.
Like, or not nerds, but just dudes that you went, what the fuck?
Yeah, Jimmy Olsen in that movie is one of those. What the fuck was I thinking, dudes? Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy Olsen's the one that you're just like, your friends are like, I don't know what you see in him. That's
You just don't know him.
Oh, he's so smart. He's
so
so
sweet and smart.
funny. No, he was a dick too. That was the thing I did. I was like, ugh. But anyways, I liked it. There was definitely a lot of James Gunniness in it.
Yeah, I mean, James Gunn makes a certain type of movie. He never makes a single character study movie. It's always a group. It's a team. It's always the group mind team. It's always interactions between multiple characters. That's just what he does.
Yeah. I didn't realize they were going to bring in all those
The
characters.
Justice Gang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I liked. I mean, those were all great characters. I mean, like I've said this on other shows I've reviewed the movie on. James Gunn takes you and just throws you into the deep end of the DC universe.
Yeah.
He's not like.
I'm glad you warned me about that
He's
too.
not walking you in like the first Iron Man movie. Like where it's just like, here's a slow walk. He's building his suit. This is how he becomes. It's just like, nope.
We're already there.
You're in issue 56 right now.
We're
Like,
already there.
yeah.
The world exists.
Which I'm fine with because we've seen enough fucking origin movies. Just throw us in and get going.
Yeah. But it was an interesting movie, and I hope, I don't know, that the only issue that I really had with it is when people tell and don't show with like excessive dialogue during a weird moment.
What moment?
Does that make sense? When he's lecturing Lex Luthor, like when he's like he barges in like he's about to beat the shit out of him, and then he's like, "Here's my monologue," and it's like, no, the world is splitting down the seams of its pants. You need to get this shit together, Superman. You know?
Oh, wait, Lex Luger was in this film?
No, not the wrestler.
Lex Luthor,
Lex
Fuck
Luthor.
is Lex Luthor?
The arch villain of
the
Superman.
arch villain, the bald guy. He has legs. There's a difference.
Lex Luger doesn't anymore.
He doesn't have
Sold
legs?
separately.
He doesn't have legs. Lex Luger doesn't have legs?
No,
Well, he's
he has
in a
legs. He was
wheelchair.
in a wheelchair.
So
I was
all the massive steroid abuse.
I was using a roast joke that I wrote a long time ago. Before
very
anybody
insensitive.
cancels me.
It's horrible.
I literally wrote that for a
Again,
roast
this should
joke.
be on the
I saw him
Patreon
on-
part
It's
of the
smashed.
show.
An episode of what's that Detroit pawn shop thing, and he was trying to hawk an outfit.
Lex Luger was?
Yeah, and he only was offered like 500. I felt bad for that. I was like, oof.
What was it?
He was trying to pawn one of his
guy
costumes.
The guy, I think it was Pawn Stars, and the owner just offered him like $500 for this like
His tights?
Piece of history of
And I'm
his.
like, my god. And
Yeah.
he did not look good either.
No, he's not in good shape.
Most wrestlers aren't.
No,
All
they-
those guys, they just got
They destroyed their bodies
trashed.
for 20 years, 30 years, whatever
So many
long
of
it was.
them are gone. It's so weird because
The-
they're
the
not
human-
much older than us.
The human body's not meant to take that sort of.
I have friends that
Beating.
take steroids and do a lot of bodybuilding, and they're constantly tearing knees and shoulders. Like, it's hard to keep up with the
The
injuries.
body
I'm like,
wasn't designed to hold that mass.
you have reached capacity for as big as your muscles can go
Tendons
without
and
exploding.
Tendons and ligaments and bones were not designed to hold such large muscle mass on its frame, and you're really testing it every time you do that.
It's so funny because, like, I mean, everybody talks about wrestlers doing it, but like, it's rampant with people who do action movies and who do
Yeah,
like
because you have to look
super,
you have to look like a superhero.
superhero
Well,
stuff.
Look at like Rogan. The guy looks like a piece of beef jerky, I mean, he's got, like every dude our age,
Yeah.
you can tell when they're on all that cocktailless shit because they start looking like.
Well, there's like HGH involved. There's all sorts of different things people are doing to put in their body, and it's just like I don't. It's not healthy to put all that crap into your body and then just work out and work out and work out. Eventually, your body goes, "What are you doing? This is not natural," and then your body just shuts down, rips apart, whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, people are doing this now in Hollywood to create these characters.
Because you have to look like a
like
superhero.
Hugh Jackman. How old is he?
He's in his mid-50s, I think.
He was yoked. In
He also
X-Men versus Wolverine.
he
Not
dehydrates
X-Men,
the
in Deadpool Wolverine.
He dehydrates himself for like 3 days. That's how he gets so ripped.
But I don't know how you maintain that over the course of an entire movie.
I think it's just like they know what days he's shooting without his shirt off. And so it's like, okay, you have this block of 2 days where there's no shirt. Prep now. And so I think he just dehydrates himself.
Brutal.
Which is probably not healthy at all for your body. And then like the rest of the time when he has a shirt on, he's probably doesn't look mushy, but he looks more normal.
I took a water pill one time for a photo shoot, and I just remember I was like seeing my veins, and I was like, "Oh, none of this is attractive." I look like Lady Bane. I look like Bane. Or I was like, "This."
It looked like Rogue touched me.
It's so bad. Yeah, women do a bunch of other shit. Like I once took a cycle of like peptides, and it's so funny because I did it during the pandemic, so no one. Like, I was home, you know what I mean? And I was still working from home, though, and doing television stuff, like, remotely. And people were like, man, Jen looks so good. What is she doing? And I was like, oh, my God, it's skincare. It was like, no, I was taking stuff that was telling my body, like, yo, keep making HGH. I didn't, like, put, I didn't put extra HGH. I was just telling my body, like, no, don't stop doing that.
No, make what you're doing.
Yeah, don't stop doing that thing that you're doing that's
Peptides,
keeping me young.
Are those illegal?
They are now. They weren't before. I was monitored by a doctor. Trust me. I wasn't just like ordering some horse shit in the mail. You know what I mean? What?
No.
Listen, but with like all the weird health stuff that I have, my doctors try weird shit all the time.
I'm sure they do. They doctor house you all over the place.
But we're getting older, you know, like.
So did you like Superman overall? Did you enjoy the film?
Yeah, I liked
Can we
it.
get off of this? Ugh, it's
What?
boring.
What?
Such a
Superman?
boring fuck, it's so fucking
Have you
boring.
seen Superman?
I haven't seen. Yeah, the Christopher Reeve
1978
version.
Superman.
You haven't. Okay, so
God,
you're a little behind.
These movies are so goddamn derivative and boring.
You're
I
a
don't
little
understand
behind.
Why people watch
I enjoy them, and I enjoy a wide range of movies. I love that stuff. I also love good independent films. I love good stories. Like
Tell me a good title.
Of an independent
Tell me a
film.
title, yeah.
Star Wars.
That's not
Star Wars. Star Wars was an independent film. Star Wars independent film.
No, I mean, in
Texas
all
Chainsaw
fairness,
Massacre.
If I had a kid, probably I'd have to suffer through that. But
I grew up with it. I grew up with comic books. I grew up with that. Like, I was in that world, and I love that. I love seeing. There's a lot of shitty ones that get made, but the ones that I do like, I enjoy.
There's some that get made that I was like, oh, we could have done without this.
I
Like,
love
did you
Dark
see?
Knight and Joker? I thought Joker was really good.
Did you see what was that movie, Craven or something like that?
Craven.
Was it Craven?
Oh, Craven the Hunter?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, that was one of the ones you skipped.
Yeah.
What about Morbius?
Morbius, I had to go see the Colton one to see that one.
I had to go see it.
I didn't want to see
Morbius
that
was painful.
When you're making a superhero
I
movie
honestly
without
don't
the
remember
superhero,
I don't
then
remember the
what's
back half
fucking-
of it.
It's terrible.
That's not fair. Venom was fun.
The first one.
You didn't.
The other two were ass. And that
There's
was only
three?
because Venom 1 was so bad it was fun to watch.
Oh, it's kind of like Spider-Man
Yeah.
2,
But, like,
or
I think-
Spider-Man 3, whatever it was.
Something like that. Yeah, Spider-Man 3. It's awful. I don't know.
I also thought Nora was horrible. Everybody thought Nora was. Did we already talk about this in another podcast?
No.
I thought Nora was. 3 people told me, and they were like 3 horny guys. I should have known.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, maybe this film is all right. And I love that director, but oh my God, Nora was just like.
Yeah, I don't watch the Oscar bait stuff. It's so funny though because I'm in SAG, they send you screeners.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, or they'll send you the links for screeners and shit like that to vote.
I'm a selector. I got not picked as a selector this year.
What does that mean?
I get to nominate. I'm part of the nominating committee.
Okay.
Wow.
So there.
How do you do that?
It's randomly selected. They just take 2,000 people at a SAG database and they shend them the forms.
Man,
Every year.
New Avengers is going to get nominated
Dude,
for so much
Andor
shit.
is winning everything. It's the greatest fucking
They're
television
going to be like,
show
how did
ever.
all this Star Wars shit get
Fuck
on the
yeah.
nominations? But
Thunderbolt's best film.
It's so funny though because my dad votes. My dad gets all the screeners. He thinks it's great. He's like, this is my Netflix. He just gets all of the screeners to the house.
Right.
And then he's like, I'll help you vote. And I'm like,
No, you won't, Dad.
no, you won't.
No, I don't want you.
Because I'm like, you're in Florida. I already know how you vote. It's not good.
exactly.
We don't align with a lot of the right values.
Jackass
so.
wasn't nominated this year.
It's so funny though, just because like, but back to like the HGH and like all of the shit superhero guys are doing to get in shape for these movies. It just made me like think, like there's just so much stuff that I can't do anymore. Namely, one of them being flying into a city, same day of a show, and flying out that night, because that's what I did on Sunday.
Yeah. Well, you told me that because I thought you were in San Diego.
Highly
and then you're like,
not
no,
advisable.
I'm in
Phoenix.
Phoenix. I'm like, and you're like, I flew out today and I flew out tonight. I'm like, oh,
dude,
that's not gonna be good.
even like a short flight like that, like an hour flight, twice in one day is a lot on your body.
Well, just the airport experience alone.
The airport's so overstimulating for me.
The airport experience alone is a nightmare.
It's my hellscape for sure. But I flew in, did the show, flew out, and I was like, oh, I got home at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Because as we were landing, the plane started going back up again. And I was like, well, we're fucked. Because I was like, something happened. And sure enough, they'd closed one of the runways at LAX.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So I was like,
why did you decide to fly back out the same night?
Because he wants to stay in Phoenix. It's 106 degrees,
yeah, but
dude.
not in your hotel room.
It's pretty gross. It doesn't matter. Like once it's over 90, everything feels uncomfortable. It doesn't matter, you know? But yeah, I flew back the same day and didn't get in until 2 a.m. And I'd been traveling since like 8 a.m. So I was just like sitting there going, oh, this is on the Murtaugh list. This is the list of shit that I'm like, I am too old for this now. That, red eyes. Like, have you taken a red eye flight?
Yeah, I don't
You
mind red
like
eyes.
them.
I like red eyes.
That's a level.
It's just easier to fly.
That's a level of mental
There's
illness.
less people in the airport.
There's less people in the airport, but if you end up on a flight with a baby, no.
Sometimes it's better to fly a red eye with a baby on that plane because they kind of sleep. It's kind of their sleep cycle. That's what we did with Colton. That's how I started flying red eyes.
Really?
Because we took Colton and he would sleep through the whole plane ride. And it was on the way back when you can't take a red eye because you can't take a red eye East Coast to West Coast.
Yeah.
That's when he would be up during the day and he'd be crying.
He'd be like,
fuck.
no. But it's so funny. I sent you like this list that I found of like stuff that you have to do after 30. Like,
I'm way past 30.
Well, I mean, I don't know. My brain still feels like it's in my 30s.
Oh, so does mine, but I know I'm not.
But here's the thing is like if you tried to do any of the things on this list, I mean, anything involving Jaeger.
I've never had that issue, but
I forget. You've never
God, who drinks Jaeger?
when I was not now, but like anything involving Jaegers, that should be well out of your system in your 20s.
dude, my college roommate one night got this is I guess 30 years ago now, got sick on Goldschlager. And just fucking gold.
Everyone makes that
everywhere.
Mistake. You're like, he was
The
shitting
fucking
gold
bathroom
bars.
looked like Donald Trump's toilet. It's fucking disgusting. Like, dude.
Was he throwing up?
Yeah.
I was like, or did it come out the other
No,
side?
it came out the other side.
Wow.
No, it came out both sides. Actually, both. No, it came out the front side. Front side.
You're like, oh, you could sell this on
yeah,
Etsy.
you could sell this. It's a gold toilet now.
This is art.
Fucking nasty shit.
But like one of the things that they said to do on there was to stop fad diets. And I'm like, what does that include?
What's a fad diet?
Fad diets? Like,
because I'll do fasting. That's not a fad diet, right? Is fasting a fad diet?
It can be. I used to do fasting, and then
I feel better when I fast.
I did. It gives me a lot of energy, but my body didn't necessarily like it.
I feel so much when I eat. I feel awful.
Yeah. Stop ignoring health issues. I feel like men are way more apt to do that.
Probably.
When was the last time you went to a doctor for a general checkup?
Probably 2 years ago.
Eddie.
Yeah, I forgot.
You forgot?
It's,
Did you forget? Or are you
I
like
forgot to go.
Are you
last
doing
year.
that dumb thing that guys do where they're like,
Forgot to go last year.
there's something glaringly Keto, when was your last checkup?
Year ago.
Year ago?
I'm really on top of that shit.
Did they give you the
Eddie.
Did they give you
I've
the
had 3
the tickle?
colonoscopies.
You had
3?
3 before 50?
I've had 2.
No, I had 2 before 50 and 1 50.
My doctor
I've
wouldn't
had
give me
2
one.
already.
I got one when I was 48. They wouldn't give me one until after 45.
Dude, I've never told you
And then
my
I got
colonoscopy
one,
story.
and they said no more, and for another 10 years, you're fine.
That's
You're-
great.
You were afraid of these pictures being released, and you're going to tell us about the colonoscopy story?
Colonoscopy story is hilarious. Colonoscopy, it's so interesting because I had never had one before. This was like during the Favre stuff, actually,
Why'd you have one that early?
because I was making myself violently ill from the
Jesus.
situation that I was in. So I had to have a
So you were
colonoscopy.
bleeding?
Huh?
You were bleeding?
I was really messed up. Like I was like 98 pounds, like soaking wet. Like I was really in a bad place. And they were like, she can't keep food in her body. I'm like, yeah, it's called an eating disorder. I'm really good at it.
I nailed it.
I'm very successful because it was the only thing I could control in my life at the time, you
Right.
know? And so they gave me this colonoscopy. And one, the anesthesia person is always the weirdest person in the room.
Yeah.
Like anyone that puts people to sleep for a living.
Yeah, can control. I'm going to wake him up now. Watch. Like,
On, off,
a little
on,
weird.
off, on.
It's a little weird.
That person, you want, I have a
weird.
theory about that. You want that person to be like super friendly.
They're never friendly, Kita.
No, that's not true. I've had friendly ones. I had like a guy that I'm swear
Because they were probably on their
kills people.
sauce.
Like one colonoscopy, I was like, oh no, not this guy. He looked like someone that liked to put people to sleep.
This guy said to me, Kita, before he put me to sleep, he goes, "These are the drugs that killed Michael Jackson." That was literally what he was saying to me
Now
as he was
count
getting.
backwards.
Yeah, exactly. 9, 8.
Wow.
I had a great one because that's the best sleep I've had in the last 40 years.
You would need to be knocked out
Dude,
entirely.
I woke up, I was like,
unconscious.
fuck yeah. Michael Jackson knew what he was doing. I never felt so good than the moment I
could
woke
write
up.
the Thriller album
Dude,
right now.
I seriously, I'll put blood in a napkin and just be like, I want to sleep like that every 5 years.
Dude, fuck. So good. It's the best sleep
You
ever.
guys are ridiculous.
It was the best sleep ever.
So right before they're putting me to, I had to have an endoscopy too, which is when they go through your mouth,
Yeah.
right?
And they try to touch tips.
And they- They
you.
high five in the middle. Yeah, exactly. So, anyways,
Lady in the Tramp.
but they strap you to a table in a position like you're over. Right?
Ass up,
Yeah.
face down, ass up.
Yep, face down, ass up. You're on your stomach, right? Just giving them giving them both sides. You know what I mean? Very human centipede. So, anyways, they put a block in your mouth so they can thread the thing through
Sure.
it, and you can't speak, obviously, or you're not
Right,
supposed
so you're
to.
bent over with your mouth open.
I'm bent over with my mouth open, and they put this block in, and I go, wait, and they were like, she wants to say something, pull it out, and I go, you're gonna do the mouth first, right? And they were just like, we're really sorry you can't be awake for this, but we feel like you'd be a huge pain in the ass. Like, you're gonna do the mouth first, right? Like I broke the tension in that room so hard. Cause it's scary. Cause you're literally getting strapped down to a table and you're like, I
Yeah.
did not consent to this.
Especially getting both ends.
Yeah, it was rough. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't awake for it, but
My first colonoscopy, I was so embarrassed. I apologized to the doctor and the nurse for having to do what they were about to do. Even though they chose the
you're like, I'm
profession.
so sorry.
I'm
I don't know
really
what it looks
sorry.
like back there, but it's on a deck of cards. So-
No, and then when I went in there for the actual colonoscopy,
Prince
I
of
sat
Sharks.
there-
Prince of Polyps.
And then I told him, I was like, the nurse looked like Daisy Duke, and I was like, God, this is bullshit. I want
Come
an
on.
ugly
Kita's
nurse.
gonna get a boner during
No,
this
I told her. No, that's not the problem.
No, you got Daisy Duke looking at your a-hole.
I just don't want some cute-looking person
All up in your
fiddling
business.
around there. I
Yeah.
was like, don't you have an ugly person in this joint to do this? And then the second time I got a colonoscopy, everybody in the room was good looking, and I was like, what the fuck is going on in here?
It's like your own personal Twilight Zone episode.
I'm like, I hate to break it to Kita. I think he was just back at the Abbey. This is a really weird place for a
Am I getting paid
colonoscopy,
for
guys.
this one?
Oh my god.
I will say this though, the feeling when you wake up from being knocked out
Yeah.
is amazing.
It's the fucking greatest.
It's amazing. Like when I
Well,
got my
that's the
colonoscopy-
only
when I got my-
time. That's the only time it feels okay to wake up because
do you
when you
mean?
wake up from other types of surgeries and
not true.
procedures, like
Well, you're
it's-
sore or whatever.
Yeah, you're
hurting.
sore
When I
as
got
fuck.
my gallbladder removed, I was like, too bad I don't have two of these
Really?
to get rid of.
Oh, you must have been on so much morphine
Oh,
then.
it was amazing. I got up and I got home and I was listening to Neil Young and doing like arm fucking guitar.
And then when that wore
then
off,
I realized, I was like, okay, I'm high.
I'm tripping balls right now.
That happened in the
just went
pandemic,
home
too.
with no gallbladder, listening to Neil Young.
Just
and
playing
he-
air guitar to Neil Young.
No,
all of a
that
sudden he
was-
goes,
that was
"Oh
the-
fuck, I
that
feel
was the
everything."
Craziest thing though, it was in the middle of the pandemic. Well, in the beginning when you couldn't go out.
Yeah.
And I had this crazy spasm with like my stomach, and I went into it was like early in the morning, and I was in so much pain I almost passed out in the shower.
Jesus.
And I was like, holy shit, I gotta get to the Minute Clinic. So I went there. I fed my animals. I was still in my pajamas, and I went there, and they were like, oh shit, you need to go to the emergency room immediately. And so I went there, and then here's a funny story. So they were like, did you ever have because I was having this reoccurring stomach thing. They were like, have they ever done an ultrasound? I was like, no. And so
I'm not pregnant.
so they put me in the
What would you
ultrasound. There was an Armenian nurse, this woman named Tammy, or not Tammy.
Very Armenian
Jeanette.
sounding. No, Jeanette.
I was
And,
like,
but here's the funny thing. Like, I never knew I was going to have this opportunity. So I had a girlfriend named Jeanette. Because I'm dyslexic, I spelled her name wrong on my body. And
Oh, yeah, on a tattoo?
on a tattoo. Yeah.
Oh, you have a
wonderful story.
wrongly spelled.
wow.
Absolutely. So I'm sitting there in this thing.
No
and
regrets.
and-
No regrets.
no regrets. And so I see this woman I see her name tag and it says Jeanette. And I'm like, oh, this is great. So she's like about to do the thing. I was like, hey, Jeanette. And she's like, yeah, what's up? And I was like, I'm in love with you. And she was like, what the fuck is going on? And I showed her my tattoo. And that was a nice icebreaker.
Jesus Christ.
Was it spelled the right way for her?
No. And so anyway.
She was like,
even the
"You idiots."
Armenians don't spell it wrong. And so they were like, you have so many gallstones that they couldn't even count. So I ended up, and I was
Wow.
like, so what do I come back? And they're like, oh, no, you're going to surgery like as soon as we can get you in. They're like, this
Brutal.
is life-threatening. And I was like, what? I ended up in there for 3 fucking days.
Damn.
In the middle of the pandemic, and there was no one could visit me. And I was there were no other, I was literally in a wing of the hospital with like nobody around me for 3 days. It was the
They were like, this guy's a
craziest-
weirdo. He like manifests your name on his chest. It's so strange.
But it's spelled wrong.
But it was really interesting. It was like a really weird. But the thing that was cool is the anesthesiologist was this cool dude from Africa that we were talking about all kinds of interesting shit. And then I remember the coolest thing was like, you want the anesthesiologist to
Yeah.
be friendly,
Yeah.
but you want the surgeons to be autistic, and they completely were. They came flying in the room. They looked like ninjas. They were wearing these bodysuits, and they were all completely autistic, which made me feel very comfortable.
You're like, oh, these guys know what they're doing.
Totally, no, they were totally amazing.
Zero
And then-
social skills, but
then they ushered me in, and then the next thing I know,
There you go.
there was a purse
30
in
you had
Tijuana
so many-
that was my gallbladder.
Crazy.
jeez,
Yeah.
that's gross.
Damn.
Well, I'm glad you're okay, Kita. But man, way to bury the lead that you have a misspelled tattoo.
Isn't that great, though?
Isn't that great?
I mean, it's bad enough that I have a name tattooed on me. But
How
the
is it
fact that
spelled
it's-
on you? How is it spelled on you?
Well, there's 2 N's in Jeanette.
Right.
And I only put 1 N.
So it's Jeanette.
Jeanette.
Yeah.
Jeanette.
It's Jeanette. Before
Weird.
the internet.
The tattoo artist didn't go, hey, this is spelled wrong?
He was probably drunk. I don't know.
Jesus
I
Christ.
mean, this is like, I was 22 years old. This is about the same time that I got on that tarot deck.
How many girls' names do you have tattooed on you that you've been in love with? Is it just the one?
Just 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's enough. 1 and done.
Yeah, that's, wow.
Just one? Are
One
you
and
sure?
done.
You looked around like you were
No,
like
I
feel like I gotta
thinking.
count.
No, because I have other girlfriend stuff on me. You know what I mean? But not
Not the
Like
name.
what?
Like I have a photo that I turned into a tattoo of a woman on my arm.
Uh-huh.
That actually was Jeanette, so she's twice on
So
me.
she's on there twice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Some other
Jen-
little.
Kita's body's just a Pinterest board of all his
It's like fucking
ex-girlfriends.
memento.
No, you know the
Fucking
thing is,
memento
I've got-
over here.
I've got all these naked women tattoos
Yeah.
on me, and I can't even go out of the house now
Is that why you're wearing? Is that why you always wear sleeves?
Yeah, I don't want to offend you.
Just so he can jerk off in the
Jen?
mirror. That's funny.
I miss her. Sorry, I got to use my left hand today because I need Jeanette on this. I got to give Stacy a whirl. Eddie, is it time?
Well, it's time. Let's
Fuck
do
yeah,
it.
let's go.
We're going to play Florida Man Friday. I read Jen Sturger 3 Florida Man headlines, 2 real, 1 fake. She tells me what the fake Florida Man headline is. Kita's playing along. Jen's defending her crown from last week.
Okay.
She won it. All right, here we go.
Please, by the way, if you're keeping track of the score, can you let us know what's up? Because
Yeah.
we
let that slip.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we let that slide. Sorry. You guys, I know that you guys will keep us honest.
Jen needs a running count.
I do. That's the
It's an
tism.
ADHD thing.
That's the tism.
Or autism thing.
Tism.
Tism. It's
Count
a tism
thing. We
thing.
count stuff. It's OCD. Stuff like that.
Can you walk? Can you hike without counting if you're not listening to music? Like what Tracy tells me when she hikes around your
can.
canyon, if she doesn't have earbuds in, she'll count her
count?
steps.
Sometimes I count. I have this interesting thing where if I'm not counting though, I will
But you can't
have
just walk.
I'll have an earworm all day.
You just can't walk out there and just like
No.
be.
My brain constantly has different songs going through it throughout the day. Wow. Like it's like I have headphones on, but I don't.
Well, that's kind of saves you money. All right, here we
It's
go.
usually they're not like us. They're not like us. They really are. They should get tested.
All right, here we go. Florida man breaks into petting zoo, tries to ride emu. Florida man arrested for making moonshine in church baptismal. Florida man claims he's half lizard, bites officer. One of those did not happen.
What's the middle one again?
Yet. Florida man arrested for making moonshine in church baptismal.
And then the lizard guy.
And the guy claims he's a lizard, bites an officer, and then Florida man breaks into petting zoo, tries to ride an emu.
That one's real.
Okay.
I think the last one is fake.
Claims he's half lizard, bites officer?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Keita?
think number 2 is fake.
You think number 2 is fake? Florida
Because
man.
it takes more than a day to make moonshine.
You're a winner
That's not how you do it.
and using moonshine making knowledge. Keita, your new Florida man.
Yes.
I love that Keita was like, that's not how you
it's
make
not how you
it.
moonshine.
Keita,
Can't make sangria in a day.
do we want to know?
No what?
You know how to make
Do we
moonshine?
want to know how to make moonshine? Why do you know this?
Actually, well, I don't know how to make moonshine. I just know that it takes more than
Takes
a day.
longer. Need a
You know, when we
distillery.
were kids, though, we had all these apple trees in our yard, and we'd get them pressed in the countryside. And I'd always sneak a couple of them,
To make
gallon
bongs
jugs,
out
and
of,
put 'em
right?
in- no, not
Have 'em
apples,
ferment?
and I'd put them in the back shed and let them ferment. We'd get rocked off of that shit.
What?
Yeah.
You
If
let
take
apples ferment?
No, not apples, the juice. If you take unfiltered raw apple juice,
Yeah.
and you don't even have to.
It's
leave
like
it
cider,
outside. If you
right?
just-
Cider.
Yeah, if you
Apple
just
cider.
leave it in your fridge for 2 months,
It'll get alcohol.
it'll turn
in it.
into wine, and you get rocked off of it. It's real. That is a form of moonshine, sort of. You've never
There's
heard
something
of that?
wung with you too.
Well, no,
Ser-
my dad.
Well, not
used-
you.
No,
You
I
just,
know
you
about
knew
it.
about it, but you didn't
I grew
do
up in
it.
Virginia.
That's fair.
My dad had moonshine under the sink.
No, my
He's like, you
grandfather
can clean
used to-
stuff with it also.
My grandfather in upstate New York used to press a bunch of his apples, and he'd get a big like oak keg out of it, and they'd drink it all, fall and winter. But by the winter, it was like
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 an
liquor.
alcohol.
You get wasted off of it. Yeah.
Well, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this DIY with Keita. He's going to put it on his Pinterest board, also known as his left arm, right after the show. Eddie, where can people find you?
You can find me at eddiepence.com or at eddiepence.com or at eddiepence on all the socials. And then also listen to the YouTube or watch the YouTube.
We're so close, guys.
So close. It's like 150 hours.
We're so close. And
keep looking
stay
at that.
tuned for more information about the Patreon. It is
Yes.
coming.
Yes, it is.
Because I cannot afford to pay for all
We need
of this.
money. Sorry.
But it's a great way for you to support the show. We'll make everything super affordable, and it's just your way of kind of being a part of all of this. So
That'd be nice.
we make sure we'll get you some extras that you enjoy listening to, get you caught up on all the hot goss, and can't wait to
deck
show
of tarot
that to you.
cards. That'll be part of the tier.
No one's gonna pay for that, Eddie.
Top tier, you get tarot cards.
Fucking no. Anyways, follow me at Jennifer Sturger, guys, on all the socials, or at jensturger.com. Until next time, we'll see you on another episode of Not Today. Bye.